today I even come dressed for this. We are currently inside the Malkavian mansion. Where we currently are. Okay, that's locked. Somebody's kind of unhappy about me existing. Probably in this direction. But yes, I even all dressed up for this. I wish I had more clothes that made me look all cool. That would be nice. Oof. Okay, so that's the killing animation. I know what that note says, but I can never figure this out, so let me just pull on handles at random.
Another unfortunate casualty to tide of time, insane asylums. I lament their loss not only as brokerage houses for the breadth and depth of human psychoses, but also I shall mourn the disappearance of that peculiar environment present only in an insane asylum. That palpable atmosphere of blistered brains and churning bowels, the odoriferous melange of freely flowing bodily humors, that gently rolling cacophony of distant sobs and screams, the muttered cursing at perceived enemies, and the blissful gurgling of the lobotomized, like a newborn babe discovering the sky. I shall still find test subjects as surely as I find bloody sustenance in the night, but this climate, I fear, may never be replicated.
All I heard from there was the blissful gurgling of the lobotomized, and that kind of disturbed me, so let's continue. It's not that I can't hear, it's more that I was just blanking out everything that he was saying at that point. Are they even like people or vampires? I mean, axe to the face fixes all my problems, but I'm still interested. Well, I mean, this is a makeshift insane asylum. They were being held here against their will. But yes, I appreciate the attire. It's a good choice, Malkavian. I wish I could find wherever the store guy is, because the unofficial patch has put him in a different place. Because then I could get myself a new outfit. I think I'll have to actually run around downtown to see if I can see a fat black man selling things.
My studies proceed at a languid pace. I'm mired in a foul ennui as my wife's illness advances. My subjects grow restless without proper supervision, but I cannot pull myself back from this black depression. How many nights I've wasted now, gazing from the tower walk, pondering the frailty of existence.
Did he make Tao's recordings while still being alive? He must have. Because, I mean, that's probably his wife. And his wife was sick until he decided to permanently suspend her in a container somewhere in this house. So I assume that he wasn't a vampire when at that point. I don't... Can vampires get sick? This is my favorite place in this whole game. It is. It's just... It's so beautiful. You know what? I'm gonna see if I can do something about getting a screening of this later. That's the thing about this game having really good atmosphere. They did so much with so little. And it's so obvious because, well, all that was just tiny little dots of lights moving around, but it's so easy to see that it's meant to be cars. Yay for playing whack-a-mole with people. No! God damn it. I think I'm the only one that knows the magic of doors. I mean, it does make sense. I honestly think that he delivered the last hit on her. It wasn't even me. There we go. Now the pesky room is all cleared out. That will still... Yep, that still leads back here. Nice for us to figure out where things go. There's also tasty meat on the table if anyone wants some.
After decades of solitary study into this affliction, I have learned that it is by no means mine alone. Indeed, the city is home to an entire society of similarly afflicted individuals with whom I've only recently made contact. They are an understandably standoffish sort, by and large, but I have been able to confirm with them that the condition is indeed vampirism, which apparently comes in a multitude of strains, each with a spectacular set of symptoms such as invisibility and even a sort of lycanthropy. Through numerous official interactions with the governing body of this secret society, I have concluded that their fundamental understanding of the vampiric condition is woefully lacking and mired in suspicion and pseudo-religious dogma that would make a Turk balk for its strictures. Indeed, they seemed impressed with my studies and the eloquence with which I was able to present them. Apparently, the typical sufferer of my particular strain of vampirism is far from the vanguard of the King's English. So impressed were they that they even offered me an office in their government, a rather high office by the sound of things. I believe I shall accept. If nothing else, it should provide a lofty vantage point from which to observe the breadth and epidemiology of the affliction so that I may move more expeditiously toward a cure.
Okay, so now I'm a bit confused. He got turned into Malkavian sometime in his own timeline. Obviously. But his sire did not share information with him. He got left. And apparently he thought that he was completely alone for a very long time. So very interesting that somebody overlooked. Like this whole full man. This whole full house. Somewhere on the premises of the city. Like, I think that's a bit hard to overlook. And then he had a wife, and I'm not too sure whether he had a wife as a vampire or whether he had a wife as a human.
I have accepted the role of Primogen for Clan Malkavian, the dreadfully winsome label applied to the particular strain of vampirism I suffer, so named for some supposed vampire father figure of old. More poppycock grown from a backward culture that seems interminably drawn to children's tales and the fiction of Victorian romance, when it should concern itself with the science behind their suffering. No matter, for I have taken this office for no greater reason than to advance my research. I must make mention, however, that even among my would-be peers in this governing body of vampires, the level of paranoia and superstition is frightening. Their intelligence is not the question, no, indeed. As they courted me for this appointment, I had to suspect that their overtures were hand-tailored to what must be my obvious infatuation with reason, for the devil would do well to have such honey-tongued tempters. Even so, I could not help but notice the dressing of language these vampire leaders chose for their siren song. Whether it is born of habit, from addressing their unwashed, ill-educated subjects, or from their own deep-seated beliefs, their linguistic flourishes belie a faith in superstition over the providence of empirical reason that must be an all-pervasive theme in this society of darkest night. Damn it all, now I'm doing it too.
It's funny to hear that Malkavian thinks that it's the other vampires that are superstitious and unscientific. It would have really been interesting to meet him when he was still alive. Why does he sound so sane? Like, yeah, he has a full house of people to experiment on, and that can't be good. But why does he sound so sane? Okay, we can make it through with Blood Buff. I might regret it, but there's a lot of people to feed on here, so it should be fine. Ah, okay, I ain't regretting it. That's a lot of blood, man. That's a lot of blood. Hey, if you really want to fight me, you're gonna have to come over here. Getting bested by some silly lady in a knife. God damn it. This one just stared at me and ran away. I'm not too sure I can blame her, but that's still a pretty weird thing to do. Guys, coming or... Oh, you are. Good. Okay, it's done being good now. Definitely done being good. I'm gonna blood heal myself. Oh, I'm kind of loving it. The fact that the patch put this in the game. is not really super unfair either. I mean, it makes it easier than base game, but unless you're actively fighting, you can just, for the most part, wait it out. I suppose if you're using it mid-fight, that would make a fight a lot easier, though. So many tasties in here. It's like you made a whole mansion just for the tasties. I'm pretty sure that the laboratory refrigerator was where I just was. Yeah, I kinda broke into there. Oh well. Had a whole bunch of tasties for it. I honestly really hope that he wasn't turning these people into kindred, because they're pretty out there, hearing voices and everything. There are a lot more as to what you would expect, really. I know sounds mean, but still. Yeah, you cry. Don't blame you. Don't really blame you for crying. That was a bit of a mistake. I kinda wanted to look inside to see if there's anything useful in here. But unless blood bag with legs can be considered useful, no, there wasn't. I am so surprised that he had like no idea that I was there. I mean, I had an idea that I was there. Where did these people get food? Like, obviously. While the Malkavian dude was still around, he would feed them. But he hasn't been around for a very long time now. I don't know, maybe he did disappear only like... But no, he didn't disappear only like today. Couldn't reach him today.
The voices have increased in frequency and direction of late. They have begun to stay with me long after conversation has ceased and are serving as quite a distraction. I fear others are beginning to notice my preoccupation at the vampire gatherings. I am thinking again of the particular vampire of whom I spoke previously, who I dare not name for my growing fear. If the voices are to be believed, then my caution is warranted, for they speak of his blackest crimes, both past and future. More than once, I have seen the suspicion in his eyes and heard the distrust in his voice when speaking with me. The fear must register on my face, as it is all I can do in these moments to keep from crying out in chorus with the voices.
It can't be the current prince, can it? Also, this is new. This area is new. It just is not there. It's literally not, yeah, it was never here. This hole wherever I am. Not from the main game. The thing is, what unofficial patch does, he never actually added content that was completely their own creation. They always added the content that was cut out during alpha and things like that. So this content at some point existed. Oh, thank you for following, Todo. Existed in the regular game, but was cut off early, and that's why sometimes it's not of the best quality as well, because it's like alpha cut content. Fights, fights. Gone by. Rights where the taste of the caster's blood? It's terrible gaze, spirit of the pale moon in the sky. I am lost, trapped here by the master, once his most loyal servant, but now the victim of his growing mistrust, the fractured surface of his paranoia, hearing the screams beyond the sewer waits. Something has happened. Something unimaginable? The beginnings of a harrowing madness that I surely will not. That guy kind of looked familiar. Isn't that the dude from the... how's it called? Blood Bank? Looked like his model. Yeah, this is the blood bank people's models. Famous doctor dies in accident. 1925, the unrecognizable corpse of renowned shrink, Dr. Alistair Grout, was found in his burning car as it crashed in the Hollywood Hills today. Okay, that's interesting. One thing that I have heard is that the writing in these segments, they just don't fit the rest of the game, which I ain't too surprised. Once again, alpha cut content. But, it does tell us that he died in, or became a vampire in about 1925, maybe a bit earlier. Because he obviously faked his death. He didn't necessarily need to fake his death absolutely immediately. So that's new information. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, extra Jesus Christ. This is now some Alice in Wonderland shit. I am not super surprised that they cut this out. Whoa. Obviously, now the question is, what kind of Alice in Wonderland have I played? The right answer is American McGee's Alice, of course. New follower. Thank you for following, Fab. What? Whoa. That's where we came from. That is actual sunlight. During nighttime, interesting. wonder, would that be his grave, maybe? You know, I do absolutely love the fact that these things get put back in. Not necessarily because they're super usable, but more because it's nicer to see these things more than it is to not see these kind of things, if I'm making any kind of sense. Effectively, I'd rather explore desolate areas that lead me nowhere than not explore desolate areas that lead me nowhere, if that makes sense. It's like, I'd rather know that these things were here. But that's that. That's the voyage into cut content in this place. Now we can return to the regular flow of the game, which is honestly a lot more fitting. Ah, that's his waifu. I wonder, did they think about putting that kind of door design, like upside down doors in more places? And did they just decide that it's a bit too weird? And that's how they cut it. Maybe that was supposed to be a glimpse into his own mind. Okay, so he had some cigars. Which, holy Jesus, considering that he couldn't smoke them, had to be old. A few portraits. Some CDs. Stay here and burn to death! Because that is the option anyone's gonna take, right? Proud's dead? Who the hell are you?
Is dead? Pity it could not be by my hand. No matter. Soon your self-made kings and false prophets and all who bear the mark of the beast will be washed from the earth for the coming of the Lord.
Who the hell are you?
You burn. Tell them it was Grünfeld Bach who sent your damned soul to that lake of fire. All agents of Satan shall return to whence they came. Let this righteous display serve as a promise to all who serve the archfiend Lacroix. I'm coming for you, Lacroix. By the power of the Lord, I will cleanse your black soul.
How did Lacroix make himself an enemy of the nice German accented dude? This room is kind of on fire. Okay, this room is even more on fire. And now I appear to be stuck. Yeah, fire. Fire bad. Fire bad! Who would have thought?
How is that? Yes, you let's.
Yeah. Now come on me. Fire bad. Let us not get set on fire. No, let's not. For fuck's sake, I just jumped right into it. Okay, that cleaned them up. That'd be my window. Yep. This window in particular, this one is mine. Well, it definitely helps to not just like directly run into fire. Helps stay alive, that. Maybe I should take my own advice more often, just not run into fire. I swear, it looked like he was one of them chargy crazy guys. Also wanna be doubly sure. No person with merchandise though.
Evening there. Something burning? Ooh, smells like someone burnt the burgers.
Yeah, that might have been my dinner. Let me
Sure,
go.
I'll open her up for you. Jeez, I could go for one of them double-spaced burgers with the onions and the cheese and some bacon and a guacamole. Ooh.
First of all, thank you. Secondly, you are so delightfully simple. I wish I was like you. And just like, I smell burn. That smells tasty.
The Primogens still haven't been contacted by Grout. I thought I made it clear that you were not supposed to come back until we had heard from him.
First of all, Grout no longer exists.
Grout's dead. What?
Second, I almost died in the fire this crazy priest Bach said.
Bach! Every time I think he's lost the scent. So, Bach killed Grout to draw me out.
Bach didn't know Grout was dead.
Bach is a hunter. They stalk and kill our kind to appease their god. But like many mortals, their so-called faith is nothing but a conduit through which they quench their killing urge. Who else would have killed Grout?
On the way in, I saw Nines leave the mansion.
Look at me. Are you sure it was Nines Rodriguez? Because if it was, the consequences... Do you know where this might lead? Do you really have any idea?
I'm positive this may mean war.
It means... Under most circumstances, I would call a blood hunt on the murderer immediately. However, the anarchs of this city may interpret such an action to be a declaration of war. I do not want a war with them. This decision will take some time. I need to confer with the Primogen on this. In the meantime, I've come to a decision on the Ankaran sarcophagus, and I believe that for the safety of the inhabitants of this city, we need to place the sarcophagus under Camarilla protection until its contents can be confirmed. You're becoming quite indispensable to me. So, out of all my available personnel, I'm going to entrust the retrieval of the sarcophagus to you. It was quietly delivered to the Museum of Natural History a few hours ago.
I'll go at once.
The manifest from the Dane shows there was a small box from the same dig on board, but it was listed as missing. Keep an eye open for it. It may have been overlooked. It's crucial we get the sarcophagus in our possession within the next few hours.
All these tasks have left me a little short on cash.
Yes, of course. Here, I can't have one of my representatives running around wearing attire befitting a cut-rate funeral parlor. Invest it carefully.
That should permit me to more quickly bring the sarcophagus to
Here are the
you.
keys to the front door of the museum. The sarcophagus should be in an examination room of some sort. There's a small security staff on site, but I don't want a massacre. Mortals are just as easy to deceive as they are to kill.
I'll go.
There is a degree of immediacy attached to this task. Work fast. And, as on the Dane, you are not to open the Ankaran sarcophagus for any reason. Excuse me.
You know, LaCroix really wasn't so bad. What a statement to say, but I mean... He is the bad guy because he is the power-hungry one, but he is getting stuff done quite efficiently, outside of the fact that he wanted to open the sarcophagi and eat the ancient in it. Let's ignore that bit.
Hey there!
Oh yeah, the people that were skipping bonds were supposed to be meeting over here. You know one thing though? Camarilla are obviously not doing very much for human crime, for there's shootings in here all the time everywhere. Maybe that's what happened to him. Maybe he got shot. Oh boy. Oof.
Did you see it?
The headless corpse, it's kinda hard to miss.
Done tore him up, right in two, ripped him apart like a rag doll.
Tell me what you saw.
These two guys, the dead guy and the other, they showed up. I've been living here, so I hid. I thought maybe they was owners or cops come to clean the place out.
Who was the other guy?
A dead feller called him Muddy.
So this dead guy and Muddy, who were they, what they were they
waiting on
doing
someone.
here?
They're going to do some kind of job, they were saying. But the person they was meeting, well, he was late. So the one guy leaves to find the phone and call him, and the dead guy stayed. Oh, that's when the killer, that's when he showed up.
Showed up.
1 second he wasn't there, and then he was. Like out of the shadows he come up. Scared the shit out of the dead guy. I'd like to scream, but I couldn't breathe.
Then what happened?
Oh, that killer, he grew these claws. I swear it, I saw it. The dead guy went white like he seen the devil, and then the killer grabbed him round the neck and lifted him up and started cursing at the guy.
What did he say?
Oh, I couldn't hear too good. Something about revenge for what he did or what they did. The killer made sure the dead guy knew who he was and then ripped him open. Just tore him apart. He did it real slow, made the guy scream.
If you tell anyone that story, they'll lock you up for forever. You should leave now.
Okay, I will. I don't want to never think about that again.
You better do. Okay, now excuse me. Excuse me, fire. Yeah, excuse me while I set myself on fire, for that matter. Lucky Star room key, eh? Oh, I know that room. I would say we did pretty good outside of the point where I set myself on fire. Hello, eggshells! There we go, I finally found you.
Baby girl, I saw you coming from down the street and I started praying to the Lord to find it in his heart to send you to me, and hallelujah if he didn't come through for me. Welcome to Fat Larry's Trucker Man. I am the proprietor and salesman of the month several years in a row. The ladies call me, oh God, but you can call me Fat Larry with a F-A-T, cause there's more of me to love.
I just love the fact that they moved you from an open street into this back alleyway. But I found you, so it's all fine. You sell counterfeit basketball jerseys or something?
Counterfeit? Man, I look like one of those peanut-headed rock-smoking brothers selling SHACK shirts they made at their mama's house. I'm the real deal OG man in the alley with what you need. Counterfeit. Why you gotta be like that?
Alright, what are you selling? I just really want a new outfit.
But it's like this. I save my best stuff for select clientele. Now, that don't mean I don't appreciate your business. It's just, you know, business.
Just don't care about shotguns or anything. Just clothes. Just want clothes. It's been a while, okay? I have some... Whoever... Why am I carrying this around with me? Suppose it's special and stuff. I have a lot of things. I'm carrying around a lot of things. Well, hey! I no longer look like I came out of a party with a half ripped dress. Yes, this is definitely preferable. Now, Melly. By quite a bit. Afterwards, we'll go for strength. I mean, that's all I'm doing here. I am swinging the axe all around the place. So I wanna be better at that axe swingity swooty.
Hop in.
Okay. I'm down if you're down, driver. Where are we going? I just love the fact that if you're Malkavian, you're gonna, whoa, super freak out about it. Oh. Okay. Cool. Cool. This is new. Okay, unofficial patch. I get your drift. We don't get to just teleport into the museum. Whoa. Museum has an actual outside. Due to unforeseen though fortunate circumstances, the business of Madame Leota has been relocated onto the Santa Monica Pier. Okay. Whoever you were
Incoming host.
Ooh. Thank you for hosting, Sparkle Kitty. I love this. I love this so much. It's like giving a candy to a baby. Played this game for 16 years, and this is the first time I installed the unofficial patch, and I don't care how janky things look, how much they don't fit with the other rest of the aesthetic. I love the fact that this exists, but I can see why it didn't make it into the full game. For example, that dinosaur poster, what the hell is that? Dinosaurs only between October and December. All the other months, just not dinosaurs. That's when we call them raptor chickens instead. Coming in January, ancient insects. Oh, look into the long-standing tradition of human sacrifice. That's one heck of a museum, man. Ooh. Fire exit. definitely different. Who's putting up music posters inside museum's administration room, say? Way! This is where we previously would start. Damn funny! You scared the crap out of the cleaning crew. Now would you put the damned raptor back in its exhibit? Oh, and don't leave your keys lying around or Marshall will fire your ass. What kind of exhibit music is this? That thing roars if I remember correctly, yep. Thankfully, everybody in this building either passes through this place too much while patrolling or they're deaf. And I'm very happy about it. Now, the kind of issue with all of this is that, this mission is like pro-sneaky, and I have like nothing to help me. So I have a feeling that sooner or later I am gonna be very loud. And they're gonna shoot at me. And I will either have to retaliate and kill the whole of museum, or get stuffed really fast. Below 5, that's fine. I can buff that much. Oh, we're definitely on the right track here. So let's...
Hey, hold it!
Up! I knew that that was gonna happen. Eventually. Ah, the stairs are pretty safe. Nothing that would like make me invisible, nothing like that. I don't have it on this one. Dudes, are you even moving? Oh, for fuck's sake. It's all the cameras, I tell you.
Hey, hold it!
Don't want to be doing that right now, trust me. Fetish! Cool. You definitely don't want to be doing that right now. Sorry! Wrong guard! I thought it was the different guard. Sorry. I hate my job. FYI, I'll be showing Dr. Johansson around personally. I think he'd prefer not to be pestered by your junior staff, of course. If you have a question, I'll try and ask him for you. Relax, Pam. I had him move the statue into another office. Oh, and it told me to say hi. In keeping with good security practices, we have changed the code for Area B2 to 2358. Are you... 2358. Are you... Please be B2. Doesn't matter. This guy is fucking shooting at me. Stop that. Stop that, I said. Go away. Or stay stunned for a while. Either way, just fuck off. Bye! Jesus. Already killed one of yous. Don't want to kill all of yous. That was never my plan. I'm just not very good at executing my own plan, so don't... Hi! Yeah, hello, just entering through a building, through the window, actually. What building? Don't mind me. I will need a security card of at least one of them. Didn't even have one, and that computer's off. Great. This one isn't. Alarm. Oh, wombat. Disable. Beams. Platypus. Disable. No more security for me. Ah, so nice and clean. The exit, that's the booth we were just in. Well, hey! We found the box.
I can't understand why someone would go through the trouble of stealing a box with a very ancient corpse. This city's not that dull.
Hi, Beckett. Beckett's all like, somebody stole a mummy. Fucking why? What are you doing here?
I'm an archaeologist, so I thought I'd indulge in a quick study of this Ankaran sarcophagus everyone's so riled up about. My guess, from what I've read about it, is that it's a mummified Mesopotamian king. I needed confirmation.
Well, I'm pretty sure that every single other kindred in the city wants a taste rather than confirmation. Yum yum. Oh, did you get to examine it all?
Oh, I really wish I had. All this speculation about the sarcophagus containing an antediluvian and being a portent of Gehenna is making me cringe. These are the kinds of ridiculous, superstitious assumptions I came here to debunk.
Antediluvians?
No one I know has ever met one. But each of the clans and their bloodlines supposedly trace their origin to an original vampire, an antediluvian. Some swear these grandsires still exist into the present. But then, kindred and kind believe a lot of strange things.
And Gehenna?
Armageddon, doomsday, the end of all kindred. It's a common facet of most mythologies. Fear that the world will end. Many believe Cain and the antediluvians will return to consume or destroy all kindred. I wholeheartedly disagree.
Cain?
Cain is the biblical first kindred and founder of the mythological first city, Enoch, a place where kindred and kind coexisted. I believe Cain's a figure concocted to personify the transition from nomadic society to agrarian society. That myth, like most, has been twisted by time.
You know, I wouldn't mind a game where we're just like traveling after Beckett and doing archaeology with some like dangling people from top of the rooftops in their free time. I would be so down for that. And I absolutely love how menacing his idol animation is just because he has red eyes. Are there any other signs of Gehenna?
What prophecy doesn't have vague apocryphal signs? Let's see. The usual ones cited are the appearance of thin bloods, Cain sightings, doom, gloom, that route.
You know, if you would just like me to, I don't know, travel with you and hold your toolbox, that's about 100 times better than running missions for LaCroix. I would totally join in. Why don't you believe in Gehenna?
As I said, many cultures have the fear of some form of apocalypse. Kindred believed in these stories when they were human, and naturally carried them over into kindred myth. But it doesn't take a supernatural act to cause widespread destruction. Humans and kindred are just as capable of managing their own destruction as a deity. A self-realized Gehenna warrants more vigilance than a god-induced one, don't you agree? Such is my argument, which so frequently falls on deaf ears.
I just noticed how small his teeth are compared to mine. Thin bloods?
Thin bloods rarely exhibit features or powers of their clan, and many can't embrace. Some are even rumored to have reproduced. Many kindred are terrified that their weak blood heralds the dissipation of every bloodline. Somewhat of an ignorant reactionary response, don't you think?
Well, I mean, depends how long the rest of your bloodline lives and whether they can still make anyone that's not the 13th generation. Well, rather not the 14th generation, because if everybody dies and only the 13th generation remains, then all you can make is the Thin Bloods. This is very fascinating. How long have you been studying kindred lore?
For 300 years I've been trying to determine the function of our existence, the kindred's role in the world. I'm not content to attribute it to some act of supernatural biblical vengeance. We exist for a reason. And if it takes another 300, I'll figure it out. Any thoughts?
So for 300 years, he has just been going around and doing archaeology. That sounds really nice. I wish that was me. A predatory species like lions?
Yes, I've heard that theory before. It certainly seems plausible, but there's little proof to support it. Still, it's a better explanation than a divine sentence for manslaughter.
I was just like thinking that there are some theories. There are theories that we produce more sick children and children that would, like others of same sex, one produce more children. As in, it was the Earth's own mechanism to try and purge some people off and stop them from reproducing so much. And then, of course, you have the plagues, and the bigger the population, the easier the plague just kind of woof. So, if there was like a god, and he was all like, yeah, we need to control population of a species. Putting down a predator. Not the most out of the ordinary. I mean, here I am justifying fictional species with real-life plagues, but hey! What can you do? I enjoyed this life, however it came about.
Life's a splendid thing to indulge in. Pity we're dead. Well, my work here's stolen away into the night. Think I'll do the same.
Well, I mean, you oh, that smile, that, you You're a smuggrin. Yeah, you don't care that you have been dead for the past 300 years, do you? We're just doing... I feel like his eyes are just staring into my soul. That's kind of creepy, actually. Yeah, goodbye, Beckett. Don't look straight at the camera, please. You're still kind of creepy. It's been 16 years. You're still kind of creepy. But also, I would totally just do archaeology with you. That seems interesting. Especially considering that apparently you do dangle people off buildings sometimes, which also seems interesting. I hope LaCroix will love my fashion sense. I mean...
Oh, excuse me, starting to doze off there. Oh, I need to get a guard animal of some sort to alert me when folks come in. Maybe one of them chimps like on that show Ape Detective? Oh, that monkey always gets his man.
I love how simple you are. You must be such a happy man. LaCroix's expecting me.
Fruit pie. If you're still up and about in a few hours, why don't you stop by at the end of my shift and I'll treat you to breakfast, huh? Endless stack of flapjacks, little boysenberry syrup, your security teddy bear.
I would love to, but I have business to attend to. I just love that answer that goes, "You're my sunshine." Ugh. Like, unbeknownst to you, sunshine kills me. Hello, man that loves... Actually, can I join you? Weird question, of course I can join you. I think I can sort of see where that model breaks off, and that doesn't look very nice. I can definitely see where that model breaks off, and that one's a bit see-through. If you look at this angle, it looks alright, though. Absolutely no cars, though. Like from Malkavian Mansion. Enjoying the view? Because I'm enjoying the view. It's very pretty. What about you? Your hands are really weirdly proportioned. I mean, your hands themselves are like huge, but you have shorter arms. And I think they should be. Compared to your leg length. Yeah, I never stared at how weird your proportions are. Oh. Have you had half a hand before you got turned? Is that what happened? Did your legs grow and nothing else? Tell the truth.
The folly of leadership is knowing that no matter what you do, behind your back there's hundreds, certain that their own solution is the sounder one. And that your decision was the byproduct of a whimsical dart toss. I pronounce the blast sentence, and I soak the critical fallout. I make the decisions no one else will. Leadership. I wear the albatross and a bullseye.
Your eyes are really nice, and they're a lot less scary than Beckett's, I gotta say that. That being said, if people think that your decisions are based on whimsical dart toss, what stops you from just literally buying a dart toss and making decisions like that? That sounds like... I don't know, maybe I just really like Arbitrary and Crusader Kings too, but that sounds like a great way to live your life. You're respected by everyone in the city for your leadership.
I've had my fill of sycophants. I need adjutants I can trust.
Everyone respects you. Now what is all of this about?
The blood hunt on Nines Rodriguez for the murder of Alistair Grout will be called. Rodriguez's execution is only a matter of time. I have lit the fuse. If a war ignites, it's my head they will sharpen the pikes for. At least I can rest easy in knowing that you My most promising attendant has relieved me of one encumbrance tonight. Do you need assistance bringing the sarcophagus up to my office?
Yeah, about that. That being said, if you're so afraid for your own ass, why don't you just get a bunker and hide out somewhere? It appears to have been stolen.
Stolen?
Stole.
How? Who would... Oh, Gary. Gary, you treasonous maggot. I should have anticipated your treachery, sewer rat.
Gary?
The Nosferatu Primogen. The Nosferatu were responsible for finding out where the sarcophagus was taken after the Dane, and for getting keys to the museum. They were the only ones who knew. It's obvious to me now. My mistake.
The Nos...
I want him found. I want him... found. The sarcophagus could be exploited, causing who knows what catastrophe to this city. If it were to fall into the wrong hands...
You mean like yours. But that being said, I love how he controls himself. I want him found. I want him... found. I suppose Nosferatus are just a bit too expensive to lose. I'll find Gary and the sarcophagus.
The Nosferatu lurk in the filth below the streets of Hollywood, but not even I know just where they hide. Hollywood is, unfortunately, lacking in any Camarilla loyalties. Hollywood's baron is an anarch named Isaac. Isaac's more civil than the anarchs downtown, but nonetheless, he wears his mistrust of me on his sleeve. He may know how to contact the Nosferatu. Find Gary and get him to talk. That sarcophagus could be used against us. Do not come back until you have it. Now, I must announce the blood hunt and bear the brunt of all consequences. Escort her out.
Get a bunker somewhere, you'll be fine. Trust me. Well, maybe don't. I don't know if I would trust myself. That's really exciting. I love the design of this. But yay! We are actually going to Hollywood! Way! Time for me to stick my head into the Hollywood, but just a little bit. That's like for like... Huzzah! Yes! It's like for 40 minutes or so. I do want to do side quests in Hollywood. I have... Why can I still go to the museum? I don't lack anything there, game. It's fine. I don't want to revisit it. What was I saying? Yeah, I skipped downtown quests.
I ain't seen you here before. And if I haven't seen you, neither has Isaac. So that's your next stop.
Okay. And who might you be?
Isaac's in the jewelry store at the end of the street. Consider yourself invited.
Okay. But yes, we're... Whoa, I don't have feet if I zoom in, fair enough. I'm gonna be doing Bloodlines for like October straight. So I'm gonna do multiple playthroughs. Multiple characters. And I'm gonna satisfy my completionist urge on my next run. But I kinda really like Hollywood, so I'll quest around in here. But yes, this character will consume one of the bad endings. Give one of the better ones to the other one next time around. After that, I want to play at least one character on super low humanity because I remember that the answers to things change. So kind of want to see that.
What's up? Welcome to Red Spot, home of monster truck. 72 ounces of your favorite beverage for 89 cents. Blah, blah.
Oh, thank you! Thank you for subscribing to Do.
Just out there listening to this?
I read something. I don't know where, but...
Yeah, what's going on here? Anything exciting or unusual?
Always. You should come out and see my band, A Bowl of Cereal. We're playing tomorrow night at the crematorium. No cover for chicks.
I wonder how they
Ruin the
microwave
place.
burritos in the Middle Ages.
Jesus Christ, that guy asking about burritos is so loud.
You know, they voluntarily eat insects in some countries.
Anything about the serial killer?
This isn't gonna turn out to be ironic, is it? You're not like a serial killer, are you?
And what exactly do you do?
Whoa, that's
That would
like
explain why my
deep,
nephew
man.
invested that 20 I sent him.
I just love how you can hear the guy in the front,
Peanut butter. Chocolate syrup or peanut butter.
then the radio, and then the dude going, chocolate syrup or peanut butter.
Okay, and what do you do?
So I ain't that serial killer. I am a serial killer of sorts, but we can talk about that some other night.
Always. You should come out and see my band, A Bowl of Cereal. We're playing tomorrow night.
Yeah, I heard about Ebola cereal. Anything else I should know about?
Vesuvius rocks. They don't let me in
If you
anymore.
haven't really
Damn,
written
the girls
anything,
in
how
there,
can you
dude.
call yourself a writer?
It's like a midget smuggling ring.
Because I
in
once
there.
fixed my toilet.
If
doesn't
you're
make
into
me a
that kind of
writer.
thing, I mean.
Is there anyone in this city that doesn't call
You ever
themselves a
think
writer
like
or actor
all the
or director?
world is one big video game and we are all characters?
He just compared
Oh, that's like deep,
strippers to one giant midget ring, and I don't understand. Possibly.
Hey, you know, you should really ask me about the special, you know?
Everyone else agrees. Line 2.
Okay, I'll buy it. What's the special?
I'm glad you asked that, baby. Seeing as how you look trustworthy or something, I got this special where you buy some really expensive burrito tots or grapeful juice. You get a free weapon of your choice, bro. You interested?
Of course.
Is that okay, line 2?
Free weapon, bro.
61, 62, 63.
I'll take my leather.
15 more cents and you're going in my stomach, Choco Bombs.
The hell's wrong with you? Stop it, guy.
Should, like, combine pizza and nachos together and call them piznaccios? Man, I could go for some piznaccios right now.
Pistachios. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with that guy? Don't need that. You keep my shit. Keep the shit that I no longer need. There you go. You can have a box. I hope you like boxes. I kind of like your boxes. Have a book. I'm too good for books.
Well, line 2, what do you think?
Books just ain't my thing anymore. Now, equipment. Yeah. Get to look cool again. I love the fact that you can buy new clothes in like every location. I love clothes. They're fun. There we go. First,
I could have swore I told you to see the Baron. Yeah, that was a laugh. Except my sense of humor is a little askew, you know? Conflict just cracks me the hell up.
ah yes. Honestly, I would own more goth-styled clothing if I had money and I wasn't like in the middle of planning on moving. That kind of annoys me because like most of my clothes are like torn apart, so I kind of need clothes. And I'm working from home, so I can look edgy if I like. Alright, let's go, Chuckles.
Ha! Waste of effort.
I like how he complains. Like, you haven't seen the Baron yet. Chuckles, is the Baron in this direction, Chuckles? Is he? You're walking really slowly. You know what? I'll walk faster for you.
New follower.
Thank you for following, Kazzy Plays. Okay, so the crazy chick's not there yet. Ah, there we go. Isaac!
Good evening, neonate. Isaac Abrams. I've been expecting you. Seems the wooden soldiers of the Camarilla shuffle in a little too often these nights. That baby-faced two-bit Prince LaCroix got something to say to me?
Yeah, we kind of misplaced a whole bunch of Nosferatus and maybe one big sarcophagus. Yeah, I'm looking for the Nosferatu.
So, you've come to barter information with the sewer rats. LaCroix must really be desperate to be stooped to consorting with their kind, and asking for my help of all peoples.
That is very nice, like, did you have a stroke at some point in your life? Because that's a very interesting smirk. So whom do the sewer rats belong to, by the way? If, like, you don't exchange information with them and you're kind of surprised that LaCroix came and exchanged information with them. Are they just on their own world and none of you bothers them all that much? Is that it? Okay, any idea where I can find them?
Perhaps. However, before we discuss how I might help you, there is the matter of tribute.
Would you like some blood or cash? I'm pretty sure that I'm the blood bank by now, because I probably have like 10 blood packs. I could just... Phew. I don't like where this conversation's headed.
Call me old-fashioned, but this is my barony, and as is tradition, a token of respect must be paid.
Once again, I have a shotgun and like a pea shooter and a bag full of blood. Just like, I can give you some. I have a gold ring. I found a gold ring and I never sold it, so I kind of have it. Would you like one? What do you want?
What I want is a simple exchange. Last week I paid for a certain item, a movie, and this evening I got an email saying that the seller is ready to deliver it. Unfortunately, he's become a bit paranoid all of a sudden. Won't meet me in person, won't drop it off, won't even answer his phone. Says he'll send the location of the pickup to a computer in the nearby internet cafe tonight. You see where I'm going with this?
You want me to kill him for not delivering the item?
Absolutely not. You pull that cowboy routine anywhere in my city, and I'll personally take an interest in seeing you suffer. I had in mind something a bit more subtle. Now, pay attention.
Well, you asked my opinion.
I want you to do. Go to the Ground Zero Internet Cafe. Look for a directory named Joseph K. and use the password Kafka. There'll be an email in there that will specify a nearby location. Meet the contact, pick up the item, come back. Not too painful, right?
Oh, this brings back so many bad memories. Not like the Hollywood particularly, but at some point I was an edgy teenager. And apparently I wrote a pretty good case for my school, which was just an internet-based exchange. It was like a chat room. And the whole plaything was about suicide, and one of the usernames was Kafka. I wonder where I got that from. Couldn't have been this game. I'll do it, but I have some questions.
There'll be plenty of time for questions later. I'll explain everything when you get back.
There had better be!
Excellent. In the meantime, consider yourself a welcome guest in my barony. Welcome to Hollywood.
Thanks. I would welcome you somewhere as well, but all I have is like an apartment in downtown, so... Hang out with me sometimes? I have a big TV. That would be a fair exchange. I love that skirt. I had a long skirt like that once, and now that's just not the kind of thing that you find on sale very often. That's the lady that I kind of really want to avoid. No!
Oh my gosh, is that you? Everyone was worried sick about you when you didn't show up and didn't call, and nobody knew anything about what
Next
happened.
time I'll try the
I thought you were
sewers.
dead. Are you okay? You know what? Never mind. We have to help you.
Who are you?
It's me, Samantha. Don't you... Did you suffer amnesia? Is that it? Let me make a call. We'll get everybody together. We can talk. Maybe you'll remember something. The important thing is that they know that you're alive.
I'm dead! I am so dead. You have no idea. I think you made a mistake. I just moved here. I don't know you.
Come on, this is serious. I know it's you. Don't you recognize me? It's me. It's Samantha. What happened to you?
Lady, I honestly don't know who you are. Is this some sort of scam?
But your face, you look exactly the same. It's uncanny. I can't believe it.
Except a shade paler. A big shade paler. Like, that would be hard to overlook. I don't know what to tell you. Mind stepping out of the way?
Yeah. Sorry. My mistake.
Yeah, you go back and stand in your cafe and whatever you were doing. Oh yes, we have keys for here. One of the apartments in here. You just be a good boy and stay where you are. Not this one. It's fine. I don't really.
Oh my god! My work is done.
Did this cutscene ever exist? Don't think it did. Well, we know where Mike is. He's here, dead on the floor. Brother's salvage. Okay. Got it. So we only have Carnival and Death and Regent's Riddle from Santa Monica, which is fine. Of course, need to pick up the set thingy. That was a pretty... Actually, that cutscene would have not looked out of place in the game. I can see why they removed, like, the front of the museum. And the extra bit of the Volcavian's mansion. I can't really see why I don't remember that cutscene. Looks like the kind of thing that should have just been there. But hey, if we see Brother's salvage, we'll definitely get there. Now, if I remember correctly, Joseph K. Yep, that's this dude. Let's go. Meet me in the alley behind the fast book. MAV has detected a virus in the attachment of this message. Maybe don't download it. The virus has been quarantined and notice sent to sniffq.vtm. You know, it's so unfortunate that these all nice addresses don't actually lead anywhere. Because I would really love for them to do. I could live here. I could just... In this game, I'm fine. I have that one video game that I can just play for the next 100 years. I'm good. I have enough games for a lifetime. This is not where I need to be, but... I did see a shiny sign, so I kinda got curious. Well, this is definitely behind something. Can't really say that it isn't. But I do believe that this is the way to the Sam. Yeah?
Yeah? What do you want?
You're the guy with the tape? I want the tape.
Yeah? I mean, what? Who the hell is Isaac? I don't know anyone named Isaac. Get lost, bitch.
What the hell's going on here?
Alright. Sorry. It's just that... I mean, something is... I just want out of this whole thing. I don't want anything to do with that damn tape.
Kif? Kif. Why? What's going on?
I don't know. I mean, when it comes to video, I've seen everything. And I do mean everything. But this thing, it's sick. It can't be real, but it is. I know it. It's real, and it scares the hell out of me.
Okay, I can't really blame you. Like, remembering the contents of the tape, you would have to believe that it's a movie. But if you wouldn't, would freak you the hell out. Isn't that bad?
Oh, you have no idea.
Well, I would love to have an idea.
That girl, the things that are happening to her, it just ain't right, man. It just ain't right. No. Something's wrong. Something's after me. I swear to God, something's after me.
Hey.
I don't have it. I stashed it someplace. Look, you need to find Ginger's swans. Huh? What the hell was that? Shit. Did you see that? I'm getting the fuck out of here.
See what?
What the? Oh, Christ!
Ah! Fair enough. You know, I hope for your own good that what got you was Nosferatu. But I know in my heart that it wasn't. Because at least if you were dying to a Nosferatu, okay, you were dying to somebody. Wow, that dude really just kicked in the door and walked off. That's interesting way of doing things. I can't... Yeah, like, what the hell, man? I confused your midriff with your legs, and I just thought that your legs go all the way to your chest. I have to go and... Google Swan! I know where she is, but... My characters ain't psychic.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you see if a Nosferatu got it, at the very least. You could... maybe reason with them. Have a conversation. Say hello. If it's two-leg thing with a mouth, nah, no reasoning there. Swan. Ginger. Swan, a name synonymous with beauty and glamour to this day, was a great celebrity of the late 40s and early 50s. Her credits included such movies as Gilded Hummingbirds and When No Means Yes. Oh, No Means Yes. After her passing in 1964, she was interred in the Hollywood Forever Cemetery Mausoleum. Noob camper.
No.
I mean, I'm sorry for interfering with your male toilet, but you're just kind of standing in the doorway, so I was wondering if you're okay. I mean, come on, guys, the garbage can's like right here, and really? Do you think they have a janitor or something? 'Cause I don't think that they have a janitor or something. Well, we know where the cemetery is. We do? It's not that way. We're just a bit confused. We know where it is, but we're a bit confused.
Need some company?
I'm good. There is a phone ringing. is one of these character just doesn't want to answer random phone calls, I guess. Kind of really want to introduce myself to the groundskeeper. This guy has...
Sugar Puss. Might want to think about knocking next time I damn near blew your hat off. Thought you might be a zombie.
He has a very interesting side quest, and I wonder, can I take the non-violent route? Why would you think I was a zombie?
Who else would be waltzing in here in the middle of the night? Name's Romero.
I don't know, people!
Well, that is, I don't exactly keep people from getting in, although that is part of my job. No, you see, I'm here to make sure nothing gets out.
What do you mean?
See, it's like this. Every night around this time for the past, several months now, the dead have been getting up with an itch to stroll down Hollywood Boulevard. Nobody knows why, but they're working on it. Till they figured out they needed a volunteer to patch the problem, and I stepped forward. Problem temporarily solved, the Baron's happy, I get to shoot zombies, and guarantee I get my blood for another month. I've carved out a nice niche here.
Hello, Jenny! So, all you do is shoot zombies?
Shoot them, blow them away, frag them, whatever the situation calls for. Sometimes I throw in chopping and dicing, just to mix it up.
Chopped zombie, my favorite. Well, it is my month of recharging by just playing my favorite game. So it's going pretty swell. It is working. It is a good de-stressor, I wanna say. And before October's out, I wanna get in, like, a run, if possible, on every single class. That would make me happy. So I'm just gonna be replaying this over and over and over again, though. And by that point, maybe some stressors in my life will be gone. And I will be better. So, what's making the zombies come up, eh?
Who knows? Vampire necro hoodoo, toxic waste, solar radiation. The important part is, they continue to rise up, and I get to put them down. Everybody's a winner.
If it's solar radiation, I'm really concerned there. Because the sun is everywhere, in case you haven't noticed. Sounds fun.
You're telling me. As far as I know, I'm the only person around Hollywood who considers marksmanship an art. A lot of the stiffs around here used to be asshole celebrities, too. Bonus. I love my job, what can I say? By the way, hey, you wouldn't be interested in watching the place while I go handle some business, would you? I'm not supposed to leave, or it might end up in a zombie holocaust or something. Like one time these goths snuck in. Ooh, wasn't pretty.
Yeah, I'm also planning to actually do the tabletop version. I never played the tabletop version. I definitely wouldn't be playing it on Twitch. I would see if I could record it, but it's all in the air depending on can I get a team for it. What do I have to do?
You know, I know you're technically dead and all, but god damn, you are one striking looking piece of ass. Where were you when you were still breathing, huh? I don't suppose you'd still be interested in a little,
He finds me hot. Yeah, Google World of Darkness. There are books, not just for vampires, but also for werewolves and for mages and all of that. It's like, it's a very broad thing. But I wouldn't suggest going with the newest version because the newest version simplifies things by cutting off some clans in their entirety. And it would be cutting off all of the most interesting clans because they're considered a bit offensive. I just might be interested in it, Romero, but business first.
Business, right. I was thinking I'd head up to the strip and look for a dance partner for the old naughty tango. But, you're kind of giving me the hot. Want to save me a trip?
Okay. Sounds like fun. Time to degrade myself.
Really? I mean, really? Just don't bite it, alright? What? I mean my neck.
Not promising anything now, strip ghoul. Romero got some lovin'. I am totally the skank of this playthrough. Oh, that sounded a bit painful. But I went down on Jeanette. I just went down on Romero. I hope you had a good time. I didn't need to kill any zombies. It's just win-win. You see, I'm trying to play through just using melee, which is working pretty well so far. But killing zombies tend to involve shooting zombies, quite specifically. Was it here? Probably here. Why, yes, as you do. Ah, it's over here! There we go, that's my tape. So, well, asking zombies a question, not super recommended. Therefore, just like giving Romero some lovin' might be the better option. But I love the fact that as long as he's in the graveyard, they don't actually come out. It's like they sense his presence and they go, Romero's around. Maybe we should just hang in the earth. I kind of love the fact that the game is like, Gangrel are fierce warriors, and then there's Beckett, that's an archaeologist. I mean, Beckett handles himself really well. He dangled some people off a building. And he's very cool and scary looking. But he's also an archaeologist for the past 300 years. Not the scariest sort of guy. Not very animalistic instinct. If it was, he would have eaten the bones instead. So I suppose you can't if you're a vampire. Kindred. I'm so sorry, Kindred. I was watching people play tabletop. They were handling a newborn Kindred. And they kept on yelling at her every single time when she said the V word. And I found that kind of funny. This game's kind of cool with it. They're like, cause whatever. It's fine. Hello!
Time. Hand me the item.
Here you go.
Doubt you'd find this. And I apologize if I was overly imperious before. A reflex action. I get a lot of young blood in here forgetting their place. I'll assist you as reasonably as I can with your task. But first, this tape. I'm in a hurry to find out what's behind all the hype, so get comfortable. I do have a feeling that whatever's here may be of use to both of us.
This is original graphics. I installed a mod to fix the game and to re-implement alpha content back in. That's what the unofficial patch does. We're running with the original jank aesthetic.
It's more disturbing than I was led to believe. You can understand my concern now, can't you?
Giant heads with arms running around? Yeah, that would be sort of concerning. That was sick. Why the hell did I need to see that?
It just so happens that around the time this snuff film started circulating, the Nosferatu disappeared. I tried to elicit their help in tracking down the source, and for the first time in all these years, I was dismayed by their absence.
Maybe they want you to miss them. Maybe they want you to apologize for something that you did, but you don't know that you did. Maybe they're just like a woman. Isaac, have you thought about that? How do you usually contact them?
Usually I just put the word out I'm looking for them, and sooner or later, they appear.
Is there like a message board somewhere where I can just like pin I am looking for any random Nosferatu in order because my boss over there wants to have a discussion, or do you just like go into the street and shout, I am looking for a Nosferatu? Does that work? So you think this tape has something to do with their disappearance?
I assume it does. It's awfully coincidental otherwise. And those creatures. I don't know how many professional FX houses could pull those off. There's a problem, though, in that the film's incomplete. The first half is damaged. We need a complete copy.
I know that it was 2004, but in 2020 we have deepfakes. We can fake whatever you want, Sonny. We can make Stalin have a song with Hitler, okay? That's what we do in our free time. Where do we find the better copy?
Behind the spit-shine gloss of the Hollywood Dream Factory, there's another city churning out a vile byproduct for the furtive consumption of a debauched audience. I have no doubt the film's found its way to another smut peddler. I'd ask around.
Okay, find the smuttiest kind of person. Just all like, hey, sell me some smut. Actually, could you give me like some money so that I can sample you some smut? Will that be an option? It's just like, it's for research, Isaac. Just in case any of these tapes, it might feature the film. We don't know that. I had a few questions.
Certainly.
Oh, now you talk with me. Anything else I can do in the city?
There is something, but it involves a gargoyle. I can see that's got your attention.
Gargoyle? Yeah, tell me about this gargoyle.
It's taken up residence in my beloved Asian theater. It is closed now, but that's beside the point. I sent some people to evict it, and it sent them back with a few less limbs. I can't have that monster attacking kindred in my city.
Big Pat Isaac can't take care of a little gargoyle. Okay, I'll take care of the gargoyle if you tell me how.
It's a walking block of stone with a taste for blood. I'd suggest whatever method doesn't result in you being eviscerated. In truth, I'd rather have it as an ally, but I doubt it's going to be chatty. Here's the key for the theater. I'll leave it up to you.
I'll see what I can do.
Certainly.
Tell me about yourself.
In your lifetime, unwittingly or not, you have seen an Isaac Abrams production. As the financier of 30% of American film's top 100 movies, you must have. Being the Baron of Hollywood, I can do any project I want.
You don't know me, do you? I mean, for all you know, I could just be like into Japanese anime and literally nothing else. Could be like Western movies. Pfft. Have you seen this new waifu? I'm impressed. What's your favorite person you worked with?
Stewart, Lean, Hitchcock, Wilder, Holden, Dean, Scorsese, De Niro, and last but not least, Ash, my child. I remember some studio suit lost in time telling me the only thing they could use Bogart for was to move furniture.
Can I be in a movie?
Unless you're the most spectacular actor I've never heard of, your look would be a tough sell. But don't take it too hard. Once you're dead, there's no such thing as good publicity.
Thank you for the cheer! introduce Killbot Jr. I loved that movie.
I make exemplary, not excremental films. Certainly.
What can you tell me about the Nosferatu?
The Nosferatu? I pity them, but I loathe their presence. I deal with them when it's necessary. I know they're beneath my city somewhere, but only they know where. They respect my streets, and I keep my politics out of their sewers. But I don't trust them by any stretch of the word.
I'll get back to looking for that tape. Later. Well, first, you have a gargoyle problem, like, right across the street from you, so let me just see if I can take care of that, okay? It's perfectly reasonable as far as I'm concerned. Though first, we have 15 experience points. That might take priority. Bit of strength, never hurt nobody. Just in case, persuasion is pretty high as it is, but can we... No, we can't really afford more of that. You know what? More strength never hurt nobody. So if I'm gonna... You know what? I'll deal with him with a fire axe if I need to. There's a sledgehammer in that store. I should probably buy it. But I can ask him a question. Maybe I won't have to. Maybe we're gonna be very persuasive. That's very impressive. I love the dust. It hasn't stopped going and things haven't stopped ringing.
Kindred invader, monster, I will smash you, crush you, tear the flesh from your bones.
Monster! Oh, that's nice coming from you. I just want to talk.
Talk? No. Always kindred are talking, scheming.
Well, yeah.
Hurting others with their lies. Monsters you all. Abominations. A curse upon the earth.
And you're a literal walking block of stone. I thought I might mention that. I have an offer from Isaac.
Offer? What offer? Yet another lie. He hopes to control me, to enslave me, just as my master before him. First he sends his underlings to destroy me, and now he wants to make peace. No! Curse him! Curse you all!
He did send people after you to kill you, so yeah, I can see your concern. I mean, if like a murderer burst through my door and somehow by some lucky chance I managed to like stab him and make them go away, and next one jumps in and goes, I come in peace, I'm just here to talk, I would probably not be very receptive either. Believe me, he doesn't want to control you. He said he needs your protection, Mr. Block of Stone.
What is this? Another devilish trick? Am I to trade one chain for another? Bow to Abrams now, instead of my old master? Never!
You don't have to bow, a curtsy is enough. He could use a friend like you. He needs you to hold on to his power.
Soulless monsters, always wanting more power, more slaves. I should kill you now and be done with it.
Perhaps an ally is a better word. He needs your strength to find the Camarilla.
Camarilla. What means this, Camarilla?
It's a pyramid scheme, but a great employment benefits if you get high enough. There are kindred who want to rule over other kindred. Isaac is fighting against them.
He fights. Fights against his own kind.
I am so happy that I'm not here to recruit you into Sabat, because the same argument could be used for them as well. Actually, you can also use that argument for the Camarilla, because in reality it's like a three-way fight. Survival in this world is all about who tells who what to do.
Soulless fiend, I will hear no more of your twisted words. Death for you, and final darkness.
Oh yeah? Well, I have an axe. Oh well, I can't say I haven't tried. Okay, so, Fortitude. Blood buff. Blood heal. This fuck. Yeah, I might have... Yeah, I'll be back! I need a sledgehammer! Sorry, I also might have a drink of somebody. Yeah, I definitely might want to have a drink of somebody. Nobody's standing over here. Okay, if I just save here, I approach her from behind. Yep, this will work. Thank you. Sledgehammer definitely though. Can't really take anything off the prostitute. Wait, time it right, I can take a bit of this dude. Thank you! Must be here for like Jackie Chan or something.
The moon is out, everyone's in
Okay, the dude, how about I buy a very expensive burrito? And you give me the sledgehammer with it. Thank you.
And hey, why don't you call me something?
Spend! 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 Yeah, you guys just continue. Continue moving. I'm bringing a huge sledgehammer with me, which should definitely help. Bit more than the axe. Let's just say it like that. Up, Fortitude. Blood buff. Yep, this is working. Now I need more blood. Well, at least he's in pieces. Reese's Pieces. Best advertisement for them ever. Nothing over here. Hey, now I have a sledgehammer. I can't ask any more questions though. That's the exchange. I remember some things somewhere around here. This place definitely had some items. I don't remember where. And my investigation is so low that they definitely will not highlight, ever. But I do remember that this area served a purpose. Okay, so that's a videotape. Of something. Actually, what is it? Oh, what is the video? Tap Hotel Shuffle Step. What? What? I suppose when I'm gonna go to the smut place, I could be like, hey, would you like to exchange any of your stuff for Tap Hotel? Whatever the other part was. Snuffle tape? I think it was snuffle tape. Cost me literally all the blood that I had. Don't think I can safely sunk my teeth into that guy. And this is now gonna be a bit problematic because I don't remember who I ate and who I didn't. So it's about as good as having had everybody eaten. If I run far enough away... whoopsie daisy. Well, I already violated it. May as well continue feeding. Yeah, I haven't seen anything! Stop beeping at me, please. Well... now we're gonna have some hunters around. Not the biggest thing. Oh, you don't need help. I was attacking the cop, not you.
No speak English, sir.
Then why are you speaking to me? If you know speak English, then no speak English somewhere else in peace. Hello!
Any luck?
Killed the gargoyle.
I admit, I thought you'd come back here with a stone foot lodged in your backside, but I'm glad to see you've proved otherwise. You've got a lot of promise. It's a shame you're still working full-time for the wrong side.
I got nothing against you.
I'd like to hope so. Well, if you'll excuse me.
And if you excuse me, I'll have to deal with that masquerade violation that I caused myself to myself. But anyways... Oh! Oh! I've dealt with it! That was fast. Maybe no more feeding from coppers in open space. Just, you know, I thought... But anyways, that's gonna be it for tonight, because it's approaching 2 AM for me. And I don't want these segments to be awfully large, though. I don't know. I might binge play it tomorrow. Tomorrow? Yeah. Have a good one to you too, Jetty. Tomorrow we're getting through Hollywood at the very least. We might come out at the other side and do some Chinatown. I will probably be finishing my Ventrue run at about Sunday, and then new week and new me. Whoa. But yes. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for watching, and see you the next time.